Cambodia is one of Southeast Asia's most underrated destinations, with ancient temples, buzzing street food markets, and some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. In this video, we cover the best tourist attractions in Cambodia, from the legendary Angkor Wat to hidden local spots, plus the street food you absolutely need to try. Angkor Wat, Angkor Thom, and Ta Prohm, Phnom Penh Royal Palace, and the Tuol Sleng Museum. Central Market, Kampot, and Koh Rong Island. Fish Amok and Khmer Red Curry. Numban Chok and Lok Lok, Cambodian BBQ, fresh spring rolls, and street side coffee. Have you been to Cambodia? Drop your favorite spot in the comments. If this helped you plan your trip, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Southeast Asia travel guides. Cambodia, a country where 1,000-year-old temples rise out of the jungle, where a bowl of street food can be the best meal of your entire trip, and where, despite everything, most travelers still skip it for Thailand or Vietnam. Big mistake. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly where to go, what to eat, and the hidden spots most tourists never find. By the end of this video, you'll have a full Cambodia itinerary ready to go. Let's get into it. Let's start with the reason most people come to Cambodia in the first place: Angkor Wat. It's the largest religious monument on Earth, built in the 12th century by the Khmer Empire. Most people show up for sunrise, and honestly, it's worth the early wake-up call. Get there by 5 a.m., grab a spot by the reflecting pool, and watch the sky turn orange behind those 5 iconic towers. But here's what most videos won't tell you. Angkor Wat is just one temple in a much bigger complex. If you only visit that one and leave, you're missing the best part. Head next to Angkor Thom, the walled city with the Bayon Temple in the center. Famous for its giant stone faces smiling down from every angle, it's eerie, it's beautiful, and it photographs incredibly well. Then there's Ta Prohm, the Tomb Raider temple, where massive tree roots have grown straight through the ancient stone walls. Nature reclaiming history. It's one of the most photographed spots in the entire country for a reason. Practical tip: get a 3-day Angkor pass instead of the 1-day pass. It costs more upfront, but it lets you explore at a relaxed pace instead of sprinting between ruins in the heat. And hire a local tuk-tuk driver for the day. It's cheap, and they know shortcuts and quiet times most tourists miss. Base yourself in Siem Reap. It's the gateway town to Angkor and has grown into a legitimate destination on its own, with a lively night market, rooftop bars, and some of the best value hotels in Southeast Asia. Next stop, the capital Phnom Penh. This city is a mix of French colonial architecture, riverside energy, and a heavy important history that every visitor should understand before moving on. Start at the Royal Palace, still the official residence of the King of Cambodia. Inside, the silver pagoda floor is lined with over 5,000 silver tiles, and it houses a solid gold Buddha statue encrusted with nearly 10,000 diamonds. It's one of the most underrated royal sites in Asia. From there, walk along the Sisawat Quay, the riverside promenade where the Tonle Sap and Mekong rivers meet. Sunset here, with street vendors and locals exercising along the water, is one of the most underrated golden hour spots in Southeast Asia. Now, this next part is heavier, but it matters. A visit to Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum and, if you have time, the Chuyung Ek Killing Fields will teach you about Cambodia's history under the Khmer Rouge in the 1970s. It's not an easy visit, but it's one of the most important things you can do to actually understand this country and its people, not just its temples. Balance that with something lighter: the Central Market, a massive Art Deco building packed with jewelry stalls, clothing, and, of course, food vendors on every corner. It's chaotic in the best way. Getting around Phnom Penh is spread out and not very walkable in the heat. Use Grab, the Southeast Asian ride-hailing app, instead of hailing random tuk-tuks. It's cheaper and avoids haggling. The riverside area, Sisawat Quay, and the Royal Palace are close together, so you can walk between those two. Royal Palace, Silver Pagoda dress code is strict. Shoulders and knees covered, no exceptions. Bring a scarf or light layer if you're not sure what you'll be wearing that day. Go early morning, opens approximately 8 a.m., before tour buses arrive and before the heat gets intense. There's very little shade in the palace grounds. No photos allowed inside the Silver Pagoda itself, only outside. Tuol Sleng, Killing Fields. Give yourself real time here. It's not a quick photo stop. Most people spend 1.5 and 2 hours at Tuol Sleng and 2 hours at Chuyung Ek, which is about 40 minutes outside the city. Get the audio guide at Choyong Ek. It's genuinely one of the best audio guides I'd recommend for any historical site, with survivor testimonies. Plan something lighter afterward, like the Riverside or Market, because it's an emotionally heavy visit and back-to-back heavy sites can be a lot. Central Market versus Russian Market. The script mentions Central Market, the big Art Deco domed one. But if you want a more local, less touristy market experience, Russian Market, Sartul Tompang, is worth adding. It's grittier, has better bargains, and locals actually shop there. What it is, Russian Market is a large, crowded indoor market in Phnom Penh, located a bit south of the city center in the Tul Tompang neighborhood. The name comes from the 1980s, when it was mainly frequented by Russian expats living in Cambodia at the time. The name stuck even though it has nothing to do with Russia today. Why it's different from Central Market, the big Art Deco dome building, is more polished, more tourist-facing, and easier to navigate. Russian Market is grittier, narrower, hotter, and more maze-like. But it's where a lot of locals and long-term expats actually shop, and prices tend to be more negotiable. What you'll find: clothing and textiles, a major source for knockoff overrun brand name clothing, since a lot of garment factories for Western brands are based in Cambodia. You'll find items that fell off the truck from factory production runs. Silk and handicrafts, scarves, silverware, wood carvings, and souvenirs, often cheaper than at more tourist-oriented shops. Electronics and spare parts, a section for phone accessories, motorbike parts, hardware, food stalls. The food section, often around the edges back of the market, is a good, cheap lunch stop. Noodle soups, grilled meats, fresh fruit shakes. Jewelry, a decent selection of gold and gemstone jewelry, though bargaining hard is expected. Timing 1.5 to 2 days is enough to hit the highlights without rushing. If you only have one day, prioritize Royal Palace, morning, lunch, Tool Slang, Riverside Sunset. Safety practical bag snatching from motorbikes has been reported around the Riverside area. Keep bags on the side away from the road, not slung loosely over one shoulder. Now, the part you've been waiting for, the food. Cambodian food doesn't get nearly the recognition it deserves compared to its neighbors, and that needs to change. Number 1. Fish amok. This is Cambodia's national dish, a steamed coconut curry, usually made with catfish, wrapped and cooked in a banana leaf. It's creamy, mildly spiced, and honestly, one of the best dishes in all of Southeast Asia. You'll find it everywhere from street stalls to high-end restaurants. Number 3. Lok lak. Stir-fried marinated beef served over lettuce and tomato with a lime pepper dipping sauce, usually with a fried egg on top. Simple, but it hits every time. Number 4. Khmer red curry. Richer and less spicy than Thai curry, usually made with beef or chicken, coconut milk, and lemongrass. Perfect with fresh baguette. A leftover from the French colonial influence you'll notice throughout Cambodian cuisine. For the best experience, skip the restaurants for at least one meal and go straight to a local night market in Siem Reap. That's the Angkor night market. In Phnom Penh, head to the stalls near the riverside. You'll pay $1 or $2 for meals that rival anything you get in a sit-down restaurant. And don't skip Cambodian coffee. Thick, strong, and often served over condensed milk with ice. It's a completely different experience from anything you've had before. Before we wrap up, here are a few places most tourists never make it to, and some tips to help you plan smarter. Kampot, a laid-back riverside town famous for its pepper plantations. Kampot pepper is actually protected and exported worldwide. Rent a scooter, visit a pepper farm, and catch sunset over the river. It's the slow-travel version of Cambodia most people miss. Main things to see: do Kampot pepper farms. Kampot pepper has protected geographical indication status, similar to champagne or parmesan, meaning it can only be called Kampot pepper if grown in this specific region. Farms like La Plantation offer free tours showing how pepper is grown and processed. Black, white, and red pepper all come from the same plant, just harvested, processed differently. Koh Rong Island off the coast near Sihanoukville, white sand, clear water, and none of the crowds you'd find on similar islands in Thailand. For now, at least. Great for 2-3 days of doing absolutely nothing. A few practical tips before you go. Currency. US dollars are used everywhere alongside Cambodian riel. You rarely need to exchange money. Visa. Most travelers can get an e-visa online before arrival, which saves time at the airport. Best time to visit is November to February, when temperatures are cooler and there is less rain. 2 days is enough to hit the highlights: Pepper Farm, Sunset Cruise, Bacoor, without rushing. Tuk-tuks are your best friend when getting around. Always negotiate the price before you get in and consider hiring one driver for a full day if you plan on temple hopping. Cambodia rewards travelers who slow down. The temples get the headlines, but the food stalls, river towns, and the people are what make this country worth returning to. That's Cambodia. Temples, food, history, and a coastline most people don't even know exists. If this helped you plan your trip, hit subscribe, drop a comment with the spot you're most excited about, and I'll see you in the next one.